Okay, here we are at Lobositz. It's, what, 9:40 a.m. Austrian calves almost had it. I'm trying to find units that can do anything, and they just keep getting eliminated. Got a stack that's been captured under here. However, in order to do that, the KY I don't know what they are. It looks like those are regiments. It's got to be a brigade, I guess. But it's not really. Got itself right in front of a bunch of guns, and after clearing some cav out. And, you know, now they're starting to take losses from standing in front of the Austrian artillery, which is kind of cool. Okay, so here we are, beginning of 10 o'clock turn in Lobositz. Like I said, the Austrian cap's pretty much been wiped out. Now, the only thing I haven't done is I haven't dealt with the losses for this turn yet. Prussians are at 97. That allows them to avoid a roll again this hour. Austrians, however, as we know, already broke 150. The roll on the 150 chart. Let's see what happens. 6. They get another +5. So, trying very carefully. We're up to +10 total now. And that's going to make their job all the harder. So the Prussians managed to eliminate one of the gun batteries out here at the edge of the village. And they're beginning to prolong their guns forward, firing continuously, trying, to disrupt mainly the artillery. If that artillery is gone, there's nothing to just keep this army from pushing towards Lobositz. Forget Sulowitz entirely. Got the guns screened by our cav, basically. Yeah, I know. But the other option that I was looking at was trying to break this the skirmishers in the sunken road and drive from the south. But that really, I'm going to come under fire from these guys. Now that I don't have all kind of Austrian units in the way to protect me, those guns are becoming quite damaging. And but the prospect of attacking Sulowitz is looking weaker and weaker to me. It's in this nice little corner. If I move Brown over there, it'll be well defended and able to put down a lot of counterattack ability. And I've got these units that are obvious on the edge there. Of course, I've got these units which are along here, and again, Frederick can see them now, but that's a walk, and I can have Lobositz before, once I crush into Lobositz, they've got to either make the decision before I hit it, or I could probably have the entire village before those troops become effective. On the other hand, these guys can jump right in on this road. So, there you have it. So we move to the 10-20 turn. And, well, the Prussian cav is trying to extricate itself from these guns. It's going to suffer no matter what getting out, but if it moves the guys in back first, it's less painful. Because the guys in front are screening it, they take fire each turn, but not that much. They take a lot more fire if they move. Kind of a weirdness because of the way the opportunity fire works, etc. It's really, really hard to pull out of a position, and I think that sucks. Plan right now, it's really try to go through the skirmishers there. I'm aiming for Lobositz. It looks like Sulowitz is too tough a nut to crack comparatively. I'm already knocking guns out over in Lobositz, so it should be easier there. Got some cav over here across the swamp. Poor things. This one's a French one that went charging through after. Poor that. But other than that, not much. The battlefield's beginning to calm down now that the chaos of the cavalry engagement is pretty much done. Still got these Gretzers up here or whatever. They're a problem. I don't know what to do with them because if I move towards Lobositz, they could become a hassle in my back. But such is. Alright, onward. So the Prussian cav has started picking off at the line. They hit, and this is where Brown was, of all things, at the end of the skirmisher line. But they smashed in, shared losses, one each. The Austrians got away pretty easy, actually. But I think we're going to be crushing through those light troops pretty fast. We'll see. And indeed, the Prussian cav is just pulverizing those grenadiers and grenzers sitting in the trench. It's just not a good enough defensive terrain, and it's not terribly. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt of it and giving them the -3 to the attacker and not to the defender. Because it seems like it should serve some defensive purpose. The marsh, I'm a lot more troubled by who that should help. Alright. So as the Prussian line is just inching its way forward, the Austrians decide to commit and are pushing some more of Collerat's troops. Let me put the leader down here to fill that gap in. I'm going to put something in the way. Infantry against cav, it's not a great move, but at least maybe they can do something. As it stands right now, well, my understanding of the rules is there's no reaction turn into square in this game. So those infantry moving forward have a real risk. As long as, we got all this cav sitting here, they're probably going to get attacked. And they're probably going to push the army over the edge. But I'm just not seeing a possibility of either Lobositz or Schlewitz holding out as it stands. So I got to put another more forces into play. We'll see. Okay, so now we're at 1040 here at Lobositz. See, the Prussian cav is extricating itself from being in front of these Austrian guns. The Austrians weren't able to bring anything else on the board. Turn was ending due to the die rolls. And the Prussians have a little bit of deformation here where the cav were. But the line will pull back together. But they're really looking at trying to charge into the Lobositz side at this point. Moving forward slowly is working, though. And I don't see any real reason to do otherwise, except for the fact that this has been committed now. So maybe it's time to launch all in that direction as hard as possible. Try to take Lobositz, but also try to push the well-hoped line. But we'll see. Well, that didn't last long. Even with a secured line, one cav unit just broken in half. The other one didn't go forward. It was supposed to hit as well. Actually, this guy, he was supposed to hit down there. Well, it looks pretty hopeless for the Austrians. I mean, they had to get up into position before they started forming any kind of square. And I'm not sure a square would have really worked, because the thing was, its morale just broke. It routed, and the cav just pursued it. Big 8-point unit down to a 1 now. On the other hand, Schwerin's second wave attack got countercharged and driven back. Couldn't pursue it to death, but I'm suspecting, I just looked up a rule that I've completely misplayed, a rule, that things are nowhere near as bloody as they have been playing out. Which is to say, It's happened a few times, and this was one of them, where I do a morale check for a unit to stand, and if it fails, I route it. Well, they go shaken first, so only a shaken unit would route. And I think there have been a significant number of those cases in the Cav duel. I don't think it mattered much that way, but it definitely makes a big difference over here on the infantry line. Certainly, it wouldn't have broken. It would have, the Cav would have taken fire and gone forward. I'm going to let it stand. Finish this turn up and get to bed. Okay, so we move to the 11 a.m. hour, and things look really, really bad for the Austrians. Like really bad. Remember, they hit the 200 level now. Well, don't remember. I just noted it. Prussians hit the 100. They made their check. They're fine. The Austrians, however, lost another 10. They're now at plus 20 on all their effectiveness rolls. And every hour, they're going to keep getting worse. They're getting off the field. I don't know whether or not I want to play the pursuit. But, yeah, they see no point in staying. They can't hold. That's the problem. Their army is just too broken right now. At plus 20, that means, you know, average units are around 25. Even in good shape, they got a 50% chance of failing morale checks. Well, their cav isn't there, so they're not going to fail disorders. Well, I don't know. Then again, maybe I'll try to hold those villages. No, I mean, they're just not going to be able to. The Prussians can pretty much wait an hour or two, and the morale is just going to keep diminishing. So it doesn't make sense for them to try to stay under those conditions. If the Prussians make an assault, the Austrians may stay. But if the Prussians let them out, I think the Austrian army is going to get out of here. And I do think I have to play out that withdrawal. I kind of like doing that, so that's cool. All right. Anyway, that's what we got, and this is going up to you.